Hello everyone. Welcome to Law Simple, Pure and to the Core. Dr. Vaishali here. Today's topic of discussion is what is law and how many law subjects are there in our curriculum. So first question is what is law? Law is nothing but a code which is declared as law by the lawmaking body in your country. So if there is a ruler in your country, code made by that ruler is law. If parliament makes law in your country, code made by parliament is law. So this is the definition of law in general. How many law subjects are there in our curriculum? Usually for law courses, two types of students come. Either after 12th or either after doing graduation. So when students come to do law course after 12th, the course is called BSL LLB, and when students come to do law after their graduation, it's called LLB. So let us begin with BSL LLB course. In that course, for the first 2 years, there are different subjects, and from third year, actual law subject starts. So for initial 2 years, subjects are like legal history, economics, sociology, logic, and political science. Now lots of times students wonder why these subjects are there. What is the relevance of sociology? What is the relevance of economics? What is the relevance of political science? Why it is there? Law is nothing but a social science. There are two types of sciences. Natural science like physics, chemistry, biology, microbiology, genetics, and then there are social sciences like law, economics, sociology, political science, logic, anthropology, and so on. These social sciences are not different, they are connected to each other, and that's why law is an interdisciplinary subject. Now let us understand how. Starting with legal history. Before knowing your law, you need to know the history of your law in your country, like how this law came in the system. Now, what is the importance? Law students go for lots of competitive examinations, and in lots of competitive examinations, law is a subject. In CS, mercantile law is required. In LSAT, lots of law subjects are there. In UPSC, MPSC, law subjects are there. So what is the relevance of legal history for law students? In legal history, history of law is taught and basic legal systems in the world they are taught. So applying common sense, we can say that most part of the Indian law is derived from common law. So if there is a question in political, in any competitive exam, for example, CS exam is there, or for example UPSC is there, or LSAT is there, and the question is like this: what is the origin of contract law in India? And options are like this: civil law system, legal law, religious law system, and common law system. Your answer should be common law legal system, and that is taught in legal history. So that logical thinking which is needed for law related competitive exams and for legal exams also, that knowledge is given in these subjects. Then coming to economics, there are two aspects of bringing economics in law curriculum. As you know, when a crime is committed, lots of reasons are involved behind the commission of that crime. Like poverty is there, sociological differences are there, psychological conditions are there. Economic factor is one of the factor which leads to the commission of crime. So knowledge of economics is needed. Plus, lots of laws are there to regulate economic conditions. For example, Income Tax Act, SEBI rules and all. So for understanding these subjects, you need to know a basic knowledge of economics, like demand and supply equations, and how economic conditions are responsible or which act as a very important factor behind lawmaking, because lots of times lawmaking is governed by economic situation of your country, because laws are backed by economic policy of your country. For implementation of law, you need certain economic position. And that's why economics is there in your syllabus to understand the law from each and every possible dimension. Now, why sociology is there? As you know, behind the commission of crime, sociological factors are there. Similarly, effect of law is there on society, and lots of laws are made to change some social conditions also, for example reservation and so on. So knowledge or certain knowledge of sociology is required for each and every law student, and that's why sociology is there in your syllabus. Why logic is there? Every lawyer needs certain degree of logic to reach to a certain result, and that's why logic is there. By applying logic you can say that as India is derived from Indian legal system is derived from common legal system, common law legal system, lots of laws have origin in common law. So if there is a question like torts law has its origin in which type of law, you can click on the common law thing and then you will get the marks by applying simple logic, and that's why logic is there. Now political science. Law is backed by political policy in your country. So politics is an intricate part of legal policy making. Law is made by politicians. They are a part of the legislature, and that's why that political angle is necessary. And further, law is made to regulate again political conditions as well. And that's why these subjects are there in your syllabus like BSL LLB. Now coming to LLB curriculum, there are again wide range of subjects and students wonder why these subjects are there. Now let us begin. Other subjects. Amongst other subjects, some are historical types of subjects like legal history, comparative law, these subjects. Now why these subjects are there? To know the exact meaning of today's law, to know which legal system is behind your legal system. So that's why these historical types of subjects are there, like legal history and comparative law. Then there are some subjects which are called base of law subjects. So which are those subjects? Constitution or constitutional law, jurisprudence, interpretation of statutes, criminology. Criminology is the base of entire criminal law. Jurisprudence is the base of your entire law, like civil as well as criminal as well as all the forms of other laws, for example religious laws also. Constitution is the basic law in your country and no law can go beyond the law. So these are base of law type of subjects and interpretation of statutes as well. So certain knowledge of these subjects is again necessary, and that's why you have base of law type of subjects, and they are constitution, jurisprudence, interpretation of statutes and criminology. After that, there are certain personal law subjects, for example Hindu law, Muslim law, Christian law. So these subjects are again there in your syllabus. After that, international types of subjects, international law and human rights and various treaties and conventions relating to them. They are there in the syllabus. After that, we have some pure statutes, for example Transfer of Property Act, Income Tax Act, Companies Law. So certain pure statutes are there, and these statutes are civil and criminal. Like contract is there. Apart from that, you have a subject called torts in your syllabus, which has again common law origin. So wrongs which are not crime or which are not contracts are called torts. So again they are there in your syllabus. And apart from that, there are certain other subjects like drafting, pleading. So how to do drafting, so they make you ready for your professional life. Then advocacy, professional ethics, these subjects are essential for your day-to-day working, and that's why these many subjects are there. Why these subjects are there? Because law opens opportunities for so many other careers. For example, you can go in a company as a corporate lawyer, you can teach a law, you can do counseling, you can do n number of things, like you can go in United Nations and so on. So certain basic knowledge of these things is required from every legal professional or a person who is working in the domain of law, and that's why all these subjects are there. So if you understand the importance of these subjects and what is exactly there in this subject, there is nothing difficult in these subjects. So just keep this in mind. And while doing law, don't go for simple options like learning law in Hindi and all. For understanding, it is okay, but that legal language is in English and you need to know that language in simple English, and that's why try to stick to English as far as possible when you are studying law. For understanding, Hindi lectures are okay, but for writing your answer you need English. That's it for the day. Thanks a lot and get ready for my next lecture, which is on law of contract.